If you want to see me swatch the Safari Raine by Coloured Raine, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and we are going to swatch this Safari Raine palette, this gorgeous palette from Coloured Raine. And I already know I love this formula. I have done this eye look already. I did an eye look before swatching. That virtually never happens, but it did in this case, and I'm happy, really pleased with how it turned out, and am enjoying everything about it. But there are 9 shadows in this palette, not just the 5 that I used here today, and we need to swatch for sure. So I'm getting my swatching arm ready. Now, as I said, there are 9 pans in here, so it should be pretty quick. Now, there is a plastic that I put back in. Oh, I didn't. Okay. I was probably scared it was going to fall out. So here is the palette. And now this palette is, there was a second run of it, and it has sold out. So this palette itself is not available on Coloured Raine anymore, but the singles are. So it is worth it to take a look, even though the palette is not available for sale anymore, because there might be some singles that really speak to you and that you would like to have. And I am a very big fan of the formula for Coloured Raine. So I would definitely endorse the singles, and I have purchased singles myself as well. Okay, so we are going to go into this one. If you're curious about what I used for my look today, I started off with these 3. Crease, outer lid, inner lid, and I used these 2. This one for my liner upper lid, this one for my liner lower lid. So you know what I used here today, and the video will be up. As I said, it's going to be up because I've done a look already, and I did film it. Obviously, if I'm telling you it's going to come on this channel, I did obviously film it. Okay, now that I'm done with making obvious statements, let's go into swatching, and I think I would prefer to do the first row. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to do 3 sets of 3 swatches since there are only 9 shadows. So let me just start right away with Toucan, which is what I have on my outer lid, Clay, which is a matte I have not used, and Tigris, which is actually the color in this palette that I'm least interested in, believe it or not. So let's give it a shot. We have Toucan, which is beautiful. Then we have Clay. My hands are really dry, don't mind them. I have washed my hands a lot already today. And then we have Tigris, as I mentioned. Holy cow, I am changing my mind on Tigris. That's funny, it's always been the one I haven't been interested in. Go figure. That's why swatching is so important. I'm going to go in again, look at those, with these 3 colors. So Toucan, Clay, and Tigris. You think a swatch doesn't need a second swatch, and then you do the second swatch and you think, of course it needed to be reswatched. Because it's so vibrant the second time. Wow, those are beautiful. And fingers again. I'm going to wipe those off, and let's get into the second row. All right, my fingers are clean, and we are going to go into this one. So we've got Congo Basin, Green Valley, and Jungle. Congo Basin, Green Valley, and Jungle. So we are going to get into those. Congo Basin was what I had in my crease, or is, I still have the look on, is what I had in, what is it with tenses today? What I have in my crease. Green Valley, I knew that I would love using it and resisted that this morning because it's just what I would absolutely want to use immediately. I'm trying to just expand my comfort of all colors, not just some favorites. So again, this was the Congo Basin. Next one is that Green Valley. Oh, there's a reason I wanted to use it. It's so beautiful. And then finally, Jungle. And as I mentioned in my first impressions video, this nail polish was not intentional that it matches the palette so well. So that's the first pass on those second row of 3 shadows. So I'm going in a second time. They really are beautiful. All right, so Congo Basin, that is beautiful. Green Valley and Jungle. That really is a beautiful set to use together. I can really see how these 3 go together, these 3 go together. Really nice. Really, really nice. Those mattes have some staying power. That's awesome. Okay, so now the last row. Lioness, which is what I have on my inner to center lid, Amazon Basin, and Matriarch. Okay, here are the 3 shadows. We have Lioness, which I heard, I think, from some folks that this one was problematic. I'm not sure I remember why, but Lioness I thought was problematic. Oh, this is Amazon Basin. Look at that color. It's a very neutral color, but it has some punch. Very nice. And then Matriarch is the last one. Okay, let's re-swatch those 3. Although I have to say, Lioness really doesn't need it, but I'm double swatching everything. Oh man, it's even more gold on the second go. Look at that. Holy cow. Amazon Basin and Matriarch. And I really think that Amazon Basin and Matriarch together would make a fantastic neutral look. Look at that. Holy cow. That is beautiful, and I think that this one is going to be my go-to liner for most of the looks. Now the only thing I want to do before the final close-up, and I'll show you the fingers, is I do want to tap down Tigris because it looks like it's flaking up, and that's probably just because of my skin moving around, but I wouldn't mind just tapping it down one last time because I think that it would not flake up that much on the lid, and I never see that, so let's just pat it down a little bit. I just want to make sure that there's no transfer from another color as I do that. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Just looks like it needs to be patted down a little bit to get the full look of the color. Now any other, looks like maybe Lioness could use it too. Okay, so let's do a real good close-up of all these colors. I am really, really impressed. So my favorites in here, no brainer, no brainer. I'm now curious about this one. I didn't think I would be. I'm not so hot on Toucan, but definitely these 2. And then this one is a given as well. And it makes me think of the Sultry palette by Anastasia, even though I don't have it. It just has the sultry vibes. But I definitely want to do a look with these 3. That's calling to me now. That looks great. And yeah, I have new respect for this color. I really didn't think I would like it, but especially with this trio, I can see it. I can see it. Nice. Now you can see how just a few of those as singles would pack a punch and kind of bring something special to, I think, most people's collections. And that's the way I feel about most Coloured Raine singles, and every time I do an order, I'm like, okay, can I throw a couple singles in there, because I really, really like their formula overall. So with that said, now you have the swatches, you see the palette. If there are any requests you have for looks with any one of these, if you're trying to decide whether something should be added to your collection, or if you might have some dupes, let me know which colors you would like me to use, and I will do definitely do at least one other look with this palette. I'm really jazzed about it. It was a good decision in the end to get these 9 shadows, and I look forward to be able to show you more from Coloured Raine in future videos. And I also heard there's another palette coming out, and I'm always excited when I hear there's another palette coming out from Coloured Raine. Anyway, that's it from me. Let me know what you think. I always look forward to hearing what you have to say, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.